welcome to Kicking Back. So this week we're going to be covering the Manchester derby, and before we do that, obviously, we'd be remiss. We couldn't start that without mentioning the fact that football lost one of its greatest this week in Sir Bobby Charlton. Manchester legend, obviously, we're too young to see him play in the moment, but you feel that legacy, don't you? And you obviously know that he was one of the best ever. I've seen clips of him, obviously, and you couldn't start a show about Manchester without mentioning that, so just wanted to say rest in peace to Sir Bobby Charlton. But we are covering Manchester today, the City game, City against United on Sunday.
The big derby.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It's exciting.
And actually it's quite cool, really, because I've never mentioned, and I am mega interested, I've never mentioned this to you, but you told me very briefly you spent some time at United, didn't you?
I did indeed, yeah.
So I thought it'd be interesting, because you mentioned it and I just glossed over it. I completely forgot about that. So how old were you when you were at United then?
So it was in my youth days. I was in the youth academy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. That is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all right. As a City fan, I mean, it's...
Is it weird?
It was weird, yeah.
Do you remember your first day? Was it like, oh...
I don't remember the first day, no. Too far back for that.
Yeah, I don't remember yesterday, no, fair play. But what was that like then? Just, can you talk a bit about it?
It was decent. We trained at the Cliff, if anyone knows what that is. That's where, Beckham, Giggs trained and all that back in the day. So, yeah, it was a decent facility, really good, obviously, to represent United.
Do you feel weird saying that? I can feel it in you a little bit, and I get it as well. It's like me going, I'm proud I played for Burnley.
No, it was great though, and if you look at the women's team now, the United women's team now, they're flying.
It's unbelievable.
They're top. So
love seeing that sort of stuff. By the way, just like the rapid growth in recent years. So
I've got a question for you. If you had to pick
United
or City, who would you pick? I know you support Blackburn, but
do you know what? I'm not gonna lie. In my heart, United.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because, right, firstly, when I was a kid growing up, a lot of them players I really liked. Right, a lot of them players. Roy Keane. Roy Keane was always one of my favourites. Roy Keane. I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole. You've asked me a question. It's a simple answer, but Roy Keane reminded me a bit of my granddad as a kid, because I think he had a reputation of being quite odd, but he was very funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I sort of saw him. Anyway, so there's a lot of players like that. City, if you'd have asked me and I was a kid growing up today, I think it'd be odd to not say City. But
that's who you'd go for, innit? At the minute,
yeah,
you'd go for City.
If you were a glory hunter. But some people, no, you would though, wouldn't you?
You calling me a glory hunter?
Of course you do. They're addicted to trophies. They don't put any down.
Not a chance.
Right. No, well, City, though, are one of the cool clubs in the sense that, they have come from our times.
They have, you know.
Even when I was a kid, I remember when I was a kid at Man City, they actually had a good run of the England keepers. They had David Seaman for a bit. They had David James. Schmeichel was there as well, wasn't he? He was a bit of a dual registration player.
I think one of my first ever words was King Clancy. I could probably say it better back then as well.
I was going to say.
I think that was one of my first.
You should have kept that one. My first word. No one ever believes me, right? I was watching telly. Why am I on about this? I was watching telly at my grand's as a kid, and she thought I was going to do... Right, so I'm sat there, right? There's an advert on, banking advert.
Right.
And the guy's like, 0% finance after... And I've gone, 0% finance. And me gran, she dropped her food. She told me this. She was dropped her food, and she thought I was going to go on to become a brilliant banker.
Oh, really?
And here we are.
0% finance.
0% finance. I don't even know what it means today.
No, I don't.
Right. So, because it's the Manchester derby, one of the things that we thought we could do is that... Do you know that badge game that we play?
Oh, yeah.
The one where we did Bundesliga last time, and I thought it was Everton's badge. Well, we thought we'd do that again, kind of sort of thing. But instead of, because it's United and City that we're looking at, thought we could do players.
Ah, okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll,
I was going to say there's only 2 badges.
It's quite easy. One's red, one.
Yeah.
So what we'll do, it'll be really cropped in close, I think, and we'll just try our best to try and get. I have no idea.
All right, guess the player.
Yeah, in theory it should be doable.
Let's have a go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's have a try.
Can't even see the reflection.
That's good. Don't move.
Just pull it over towards me a bit.
No problem. That's not cheating. Right, here we go. Oh, it's not
Matip.
Sure. You got Matip over here as a suggestion. I'll go with man.
Company.
It's not as bad as that. Oh, it is Company.
It's not. Is it?
I thought Silvestre. I'm not even going to lie. I thought Mikel Silvestre there.
Oh.
Matip. Isn't it scary when you have to go fastest finger first? It never works out. Right.
Just to clarify, it's United and City, right?
Yeah, that's in theory what we're saying, unless he's had a transfer today. All right, here we go. Oh, it's Tevez. Yay.
Yeah.
Look at that together. Right, go for it.
Beckham. Oh, yes. It's the hair.
Yeah.
It's the locks.
I knew it was savage. Thought better not.
Oh, Stephen Ireland.
Dana White, I thought.
Those were the days.
Like it. Sorry, go on.
Poor guy.
It's not a slight. I wish him well. Poor guy. Right.
Solskjaer.
Oh, this is brutal. Getting tanked.
Got one more.
Salvage it. I like this game. This is fun.
It is a good game. I can't even... Oh, of course. One of my favourites. I think I had his shirt. I think it's him.
I've got...
It's not.
Whose shirt did you have? I'm gonna...
I know who that is.
Go on. Because if it's up to me, I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong.
I think I do anyway.
It ain't who I've got in my head. Is it Antonio Valencia?
No.
That's not fun. We're zooming in now. Slight change of rules at the end. Do you know what? I do know who that is. That's why we play the game, I guess, isn't it? For moments like this.
Is it?
Where it's like a really good bit
is
of quizzing.
Is that why we play it?
So, yeah. For the love of the challenge.
Well, is it Mika Richards? Yeah, I was going to say that,
nice.
Yeah. Didn't have his shirt.
He was slender back then, wasn't he? That's what it is.
Still not going to get his shirt.
Got a different Mika in my mind.
5-1.
Yeah, you've won 5-1 there.
Okay. I'll tell you which player I had
the
shirt of later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Like it. Okay, cool. Right. Well, actually, do you know what? On the topic of shirts, we could do this because it's Manchester's derby and stuff. I did want to say, we're doing a new thing, right? You know, shirt of the week that we did last time. And it's brought to you by Casual Football Shirts, the Fab. Basically what casual football shirts do, they get player-worn shirts, they get rare shirts, all sorts of amazing gear, and they've been kind enough to send us some bits and bobs to show you. So, shirt of the week this week, I was thinking, so obviously you play for Rovers, I like Rovers, I do the announcing now, that's weird. So we've got a Rovers top to show you, but there's a United link. And it's behind us. So
okay, what a link.
Hey, up. Who remembers Benni McCarthy? Come on. Check that out. Look at that. So, this was my youth. This was my childhood. I feel a strong bond with this top, actually. Proper rate it. Benni McCarthy was an absolute blessing for Blackburn Rovers at a point. He was like banging them in left, right and centre at a time where we really needed it. And that's something you don't see these days anymore.
No, you
Lonsdale don't do out in the game.
I think they've closed down, haven't they?
I don't.
And maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, they've downsized, but they do a lot of cool boxing stuff as well. So I remember like being quite into this top. But there's the big dog, Benni McCarthy, player one. You can't go wrong. It's nice.
Nice.
It's nice. I love that our analysis of these tops, it basically comes down to that, doesn't it? But it does genuinely feel top dollar compared to some of the stuff you get today.
Look at that Premiership.
Than were the days. And I know we said this last time, I'm going to say it again. These numbers were 10 times better than any number that you get these days. There's just something about that.
What year was this?
This was
Do you know?
2000. I couldn't tell you exact year. Hang on, it might be. You never know with these because they like put little labels on them sometimes, don't they, from the actual game. Well, it's when Lonsdale existed, so that dates it a bit. Yeah, and this is from 2006-7. 2007-8. Just use one of them. Right. United playing City on Sunday.
They are indeed.
It's always been a good game. It's sort of like dulled a bit in recent years because we know how it'll go in a sense. But do we know how it'll go? What do you reckon this time around?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. They went for a bit of a dip, City, didn't they?
Yeah,
But
true.
At the weekend, they won. They played well. Haaland scored from outside the box.
It's pretty reasonable,
So,
isn't it? It's nice when that happens.
We'll see.
I have to say, I don't think United are... It's all about, really, where they are in terms of form. Like, United have to play really well, don't they? And then City have to play really badly. So,
There's just something different with United at the minute. It's just not clicking.
Yeah, no, I do agree. I mean, it seems like all of their goals, like for and against, come from Scott McTominay at the minute. So it's a weird position they find themselves
Which
in.
is strange in itself.
It's weird, right? He's got 3 goals in 2 games, I think. And he's, I'm sure he's given 2 penalties away as well. So he's just like every side of the pitch. He's doing everything for you. So it is a weird time. But I have to say, I think you've got to call this one as not a boring fixture. It could be a really good game, a really close game, but I think the result's kind of boring and predictable. I think we're
think?
Yeah, I do. I think it's foolish to bet against City right now when they go against Man United, and I think we're probably looking at a 2-3-0 or something like that.
Do you think?
Yeah,
it's
honestly.
derby day. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, anything can happen. Anything can happen, but it won't.
happen.
Okay, that's basically how I see it going. Do you think, by the way, that United have any standout players right now that might actually, pull the team up in a game like this? I know you traditionally you'd be looking at like a Bruno and players like that to actually do the job. But if you had to say like the players that you think could make something happen for United, who would you actually be looking at to do that? What's going on there? I had a bang over there. I thought we'd stop for that.
I was trying to think.
You were trying to think of a footballer? Because like sometimes when you're trying to think, I'm like, are we thinking about football, or is there like? Because we think there might be a cat who sneaks into the studio. So I'm like, is the cat finally here? But yeah, that's by the by.
I've had a think.
Go for it.
I don't know.
Marcus Rashford.
I don't know. Maybe Bruno Fernandes. Maybe like
last game, Harry Maguire was the one who got the goal. You just don't know, do you?
Just don't know.
Honestly, you don't know.
I quite like Amrabat. I don't think he's found his feet yet, but
True.
I like him as a player.
Yeah, actually, I watched him the other day and he was really impressive. Yeah. He stood out a bit, but there's this weird cycle. I might be wrong, but I feel like there's this weird cycle for a new United player that he's just going through, that we've seen them all go through. Varane went through it, and it's like you get a good month or two where everyone's like, oh, good to see you, yeah, new blood. And then after that, we're like, right, he's useless, he's not delivering and all that. And then it's like, you're just back in the welcome to United sort
it's
of
the
thing.
fans, that, innit?
Kind of, sort of. It's the horrible United fans. Some of them are just no good. No,
He's sat behind the camera.
Yeah, we're just throwing shots. All right, but yeah, let's go final scores. And I'm going to go 2-0 Man City.
I'm going to go 3-0 City.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one thing's for sure, Arib, United are getting battered on the weekend.
Might not be that riveting, but you
never know.
We'll see.
You never know.
You know what though? I was thinking about different derby days in the past, and there's been some crackers. There's been some right good ones.
For sure. What, in terms of like United and City and stuff?
Yeah.
Like if you look back in history, those two clubs have changed so much over time, haven't they? So there's some different stories. So go on. What's like some of the ones you've been looking at?
A good one for me would be the 6-1. In 2012. I think that was like, no one expected it. Like nobody expected it.
That was at a time when City weren't City as we know them today, right?
Well, yeah.
That was a completely
They were
different time.
almost there,
Yeah, they were getting there.
And then they beat United to the league, didn't they?
Unbelievable.
On the last day.
Unbelievable.
But that one was like, that's where it kicked off.
That must be the most iconic commentary ever, by the way. Like when City actually won the league.
Oh yeah, my dad had it as his ringtone, the Aguero. Honestly, for like years, he had it Aguero.
I can imagine
as his ringtone.
If I was a City supporter, I couldn't even imagine. I've never known a moment.
No, it was incredible.
That, honest to God, I guess. What other ones have there been through history? There was two.
That one, can I just say as well? That's when Balotelli. This is my shirt thing. That's when Balotelli scored and he did the "Why Always Me" one.
Oh right,
yeah.
I'm with you.
And that's when I got
famous.
the Balotelli shirt.
Oh, okay, nice. Balotelli.
Yeah.
What a guy.
What a guy.
He's a legend, isn't he? I mean, when I think of Balotelli, he's still playing, isn't he? But he's gone to like lower leagues in France, I believe.
Is he in France? He was in Italy, lower leagues, last time I knew.
It all seems to be like attitude related from what I got. But by the same token, unbelievable talent. Like
so many people have said like he could have been like unreal if he would have had his head screwed on.
And you know what though, as well, just like it's nothing to do with football. It's just looking at a person. I think I kind of like his character. I don't know, like he might have an attitude problem from the point of being a professional, but he seems like a lunatic, and I'm all for
from
that.
the outside.
Yeah, exactly. Like be
maybe
mental.
not from the inside.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like, if you're just gonna be like a madman and just like coast your way through life, I'm kind of in favour of it. Go for it.
Yeah.
So what else was there? Let's think of Manchester and famous Manchester derbies. 2009.
Yeah.
2009. That was 4-3. I remember that. Michael Owen scored with the last kick of the game, which is a banging one.
In Fergie time.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, Fergie time. Do you know what? Like, Fergie would have loved this era. Do you know when they had like 15 minutes added time on at the end of matches? He would have lived for that. That's a scary thought.
He probably pioneered it, didn't he?
Yeah,
though?
yeah,
Like,
he was probably backstage there. They're like, added time, 6 minutes. It's like, make it 7.
that was a killer, that, because that was when City weren't good.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
and to
yeah.
draw with United was decent.
You'd have it. I get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, to be honest, City now, do you ever like, as a fan, I'm talking now, do you like sort of like, are you able to bear in mind where you came from, and does that make it that much sweeter? Because I just don't, for a club like Blackburn Rovers, who I support, when you see them go and win the league, that's just hard to explain. And I guess it's kind of similar for a Man City, who sort of have come from nowhere, really. But do you now just feel like, oh, we're the best team ever, sort of thing, like, oh, we're Barcelona, sort of thing, and that's going to be that from now on? Or do you feel like a team that's punching? Do you get what I'm saying here?
I do understand what you're saying, yeah.
Do you think it's...
I think when they won in 2012, there was more of that feeling, but now I think it's changed, hasn't it? Even
has.
Football's changed, never mind.
It changed so rapidly, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's
like,
mad to,
look at Barcelona now. Like,
yeah. Oh, it's weird,
they're
isn't
still
it?
good,
It's
but not.
really weird. Oh, Rovers, we played... Oh, who did we play? Getafe, if I'm saying that right, in a pre-season friendly. They're second in the league now. And we
Yeah.
did all right. We
Yeah.
looked all right. I'm thinking, like, if we did that against Getafe...
Go and get them in La Liga.
Let's just go up to Prem and just see how we fare. No, we'll just bypass everyone. No, but like, yeah, crazy to think how fast football moves and stuff. So yeah, you mentioned derbies, didn't you? Have you got any others?
Yeah, so last one I was thinking of. Not a very good one again, but it was the 2-1 in 2011. And it was at Old Trafford, and I remember this one like it was yesterday, because so me and my dad got tickets.
Right, okay.
From United. I was playing for United at that point.
That is cool.
Yeah,
That's
so they gave us free tickets to go.
Yeah.
And of course we were sat in the United end, and we were sat right behind the goal where Wayne Rooney scored that overhead kick.
Oh,
and if you look on Sky Sports, as you see the ball going in and the camera goes up, you see me and my dad sat down. Yeah. Everyone else is like getting ready to jump high, like proper like jumping to amazing. Obviously cheer. Yeah. Me and my dad are just sat fuming like.
Right, I need to find that.
It's on Sky. It's on the Sky Sports clips or
I'm
whatever.
I'm fully gonna look for that. That's hilarious.
I always remember that.
If you got sat square behind it as well, that's perfect. That's top notch.
Decent though.
Yeah,
decent goal. I'll give him
funny
that.
though, like we're saying, how fast football moves. Like just to think. I mean, recently. You look at every game like it's City's, but it was never like that. Never like that, was it?
No.
And you had to sit there and watch it. Amazing. Right, all right. Well, guys, this episode is brought to you by the very lovely and very wonderful people at Flight Athleisure. And I'll say this now. You might see in some previous episodes I was wearing the gear. It's honestly the most comfortable hoodie I own is one that the one that I've got from them. It is absolutely top notch. For now, when you're in these winter months, if you want to like keep active and stuff like that, but you also want to like keep warm and things like this, you need to go and check out their products because they've got some of the best gear that I have ever worn. I've got hoodies by the lot of them. I've got Nike, Adidas, Umbro even. Do you remember them? And I've got it all. But Flight Athleisure have my favourite hoodie by a country mile. I gave you some gear as well, didn't
Yeah,
you?
it's brilliant.
Really nice.
It is brilliant.
And I've even got it in my bag down there. I've got a hat that I wear that's theirs as well. It's the warmest hat I own. Basically, I can't eulogise them enough, but what I'm saying is the nicest stuff, the most comfortable stuff, it's wild. I'm not even kidding. Just go and check them out, flightathleisure.com, and you can find them on social media. We'll put all the links in the description. Okay, so we've done combined 11s for Man City and Man United all time. And we'll compare them. We'll do it in different bits first. So we'll do goal, then defenders and stuff like that. So in goal, who have you gone for?
So on mine, I've gone for Edison.
Oh, questionable.
Is it?
I think so. I've gone.
Who have you gone for?
Peter Schmeichel. It's the obvious one. Not only has he played for both of them, but he was one of the best keepers ever. He's just a wall at the back. You can't really. I mean, I get where you're coming from. I think Edison's got some sort of shout. He does. But can you deny Peter Schmeichel, the number one?
You got a good point, to be fair, the fact that he's played for both.
Yeah, I get
decent point.
Let's go into.
But Edison's got.
We'll leave it to people to decide. We've got social media now, haven't we? We'll get it on there.
You decide, people.
Okay, so defense. Now then, I've gone. We'll do them all.
Yeah,
and we'll come back.
Then.
So I've gone Neville, Vidic, Company, Evra.
Okay, So 3 United and company.
Yeah, kind of sort of.
Who's the captain?
In my team, I am going to say, the captain, Peter Schmeichel. Actually.
All right, decent.
He shouts at people and they don't like it, I've been told. So yeah, he's a good one to keep people in check.
Decent back four.
Who's your captain,
my captain. Yeah. So I've gone with company.
Hard to argue.
Yeah. So I've got him in my back line. I've got company, Vidic, Evra, and Zabaleta. Of course. You've got to have Zabba.
There is bias going on here, I think.
No.
I don't know. Well, people on Twitter will tell you. We've got them now, so that'll come up. All right. Midfield. I have Beckham, Scholes, De Bruyne, you can't not, and Giggs.
Okay. So you're going a more 4-4-2?
We play very traditional style of football here at City
So
United.
who was it?
I've got Beckham, Scholes, De Bruyne and Giggs.
Okay, so decent actually.
I'm happy with that.
Not bad.
Very happy with that.
I've gone Rodri, Scholes and De Bruyne.
Oh, okay. A different formation cooking there.
Yeah.
It's hard to argue with that as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Very hard to argue. I'm pretty happy with that as well. All right, and then, so, go on then. What have you got for firepower up front?
Front three?
Yeah.
Ronaldo, Rooney and Haaland.
Oh, I think you might have me there.
Don't know how they're going to shape up in that front three, but just put them on the pitch.
That is menacing.
He'll be all right.
Yeah, so I've gone Aguero and Cantona.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Aguero, decent.
Reasonably good player, isn't he? He's quite...
To be fair, yeah. I think you've done me with that one, yeah.
I don't know though, because I'm looking at yours and I'm seeing Haaland and Ronaldo together, and I'm thinking, ooh, not sure about that. Don't really fancy Peter Schmeichel's chances there. But 2 amazing teams, them, aren't they? It's hard to say which one of them would be the better squad,
A lot of choices as well.
Yeah. Oh, well, it's 2 of the most... Isn't it cool that we live here, by the way, like in the Northwest, where like football is just like on another level, I think. It's so like by chance, and I feel so lucky.
In the blue half of Manchester.
Well, the blue and white half of Blackburn. It's the only half. 2 great sides there. We'll put them on socials and you can have a look and see which ones you think are the best. But yeah, that'll do us for this one. So thank you very much for checking it out. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, be sure to go and find us on these new socials.
Yeah, we're on socials.
TikTok, X, formerly Twitter. It'll never sink in, will it? All that stuff, we've got it now, so find it. We'll link it below. Follow us on Twitter, do all that. It's not Twitter. Again, I keep cocking up. X. Follow us on X. Do all that, like and subscribe. Be sure to tell a mate. I don't even think I say stuff like that. I just say like and subscribe because it's off the cuff. But just if you're enjoying it, tell a mate. Let's grow together. We're going to start asking questions and building a little community and talking about the sort of stuff you want to chat about as well. So looking forward to all of that, and hopefully you are too. Thanks for watching this one. Enjoy United and City. I'm sure Reed won't. But enjoy United and City. It should be a cracking game, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.